For a political bloc which has been so critical of separation walls elsewhere, the European Union is looking pretty good at closing itself off. This appears to be the most profound expression of Fortress Europe, the start of a fence aimed at shutting down access to the EU at its border between Hungary and Serbia. It's a pretty safe bet that almost none of the Syrians or Iraqis or Afghans who might want to cross over this border have any particular intention of staying in Hungary, but for the government here, that doesn't seem to be the point. The European Union's member states were asked to decide exactly how many refugees they were prepared to resettle. Hungary has ended up bottom of that list. The government said it was prepared to take precisely no people. At the nearest town, volunteers offer advice and coffee to those who have got through, like these young men who told us they'd fled Deraa in Syria. They had heard of the fence and they thought it was an irrelevance.
He want to find another way.
Yeah.
If we close this way, he will round to go to another way.
So this fence will not work?
It's not to stop people this. He will not stop the people because they kill my children or my mother or my wife. I see my wife, she kill or somebody kill her. I will not stay there in my country, in the government. My government, he killed this people. I will not stay there. I will go to any country.
Busloads of others arrive. A large group of mostly Afghan children devour the small amount of food the volunteers can offer. Their hope is in this piece of paper written in Hungarian, which says they're asylum seekers. But once the police drop them off, they're put alone onto the next train to Budapest, where it's anyone's guess what will become of them. Some are so young. Hungary's lack of interest in them is a total contrast to the money it's spending on the fence.
What we do is definitely a substitution of government efforts, because the Hungarian government is not really willing to help these people, so they are lacking information, even very elementary information they are lacking, and we are trying to provide them what they need and trying to show a more human attitude towards them than actually the Hungarian government does.
So does Hungary really believe the fence will keep people out, or is it a political gesture to public opinion? While on the ground, refugees are simply sent on their way into Europe for another country to deal with.
Every cultural community has its own identity, and we believe that Europe's identity goes back to Christianity, either as a religion or lately, for the past couple of centuries, as a cultural identity. And most definitely this flood of migrants, if like an intercontinental mass migration, is posing a major threat to that.
Every day the game of cat and mouse goes on. On the motorway, a family from Iraq try to hide in the ditch, but when the police arrive, they're forced to scatter. Dad goes over the road, the boys over the bridge, others are caught up a side road. Will they see each other again? It isn't clear. And all the while the trees come down as the ground is prepared for Hungary's great fence. Its simple message to refugees: go somewhere else. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera, on the Hungary-Serbia border.